So after I do all my skincare, I have my moisturizer on. I put on my sunscreen because we know that's like number one. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation primer. Whoa. Okay. So I'm going to start that right on my cheeks and then go out from there. I guess I didn't show you guys how much I used. Let me show you again. It literally is like that much. So I've used now 2 dots that are like that. Am I frozen in the background? Is this thing around right now? Again. Okay. So somebody asked me the other day why their foundation primer kind of pills. If you ever have that, it's just because you haven't let your moisturizer dry. So if you like gave your moisturizer plenty of time to dry and it's still pilling, that just means you have too much moisture on your skin. So maybe, you know, cut back a little bit, or maybe, you know, let's have a chat and you can talk to you about getting the right moisturizer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go in with my CC cream. We're going to do CC cream today just because this is a very light foundation that I'm going to do today. And this is how I usually start it, just like this. Looks hot, huh? All right. So usually after I do that with my foundation, I will go back in with a foundation brush. You know, just give myself like a really good base. But I do like to go in with a foundation brush. And I will just add a little bit more where I need a little extra coverage, which is usually right here on my cheeks. And then kind of pat it in. And then I will smooth it all around so that it looks nice and flawless and there's no streaks. So that's what I love about a foundation brush, is it doesn't leave it streaky. Then you always want to blend down into the neck. So just like that. My hair is being a pain in my butt. I have just some random hairs like going everywhere today, so that's why it's up like it is. My makeup routine isn't the same every day. That's the beauty of being able to have like all this makeup, is I switch it up a lot because I don't want to have the same routine every day. My foundation routine now is pretty, you know, similar. I mean, they're pretty basic, but I always do my foundation and then I go back through a deep ivory because I am Ivory N140. Which goes to the very light CC cream, which I use the light concealer to highlight. So this is my wonderful foundation routine. I do have a pesky little guy that decided to come in while I was traveling to Nashville. So, you know, it's like that one you always get when it's, you know, that time of the month. So that was fabulous, but whatever, it wasn't bad at all. That's like the one cool thing that I really love about using retinol. I realized when I get pimples lately, and it's crazy because I heard some people are the opposite, but when I get pimples lately, I used to get really deep ones that were like deep set, and they're just like, however, now that I'm on retinol and am on retinized and my skin is doing great, I've noticed that whenever I get a pimple, it's like it's really superficial. It doesn't go down like really deep where it hurts. And you see, it's not even, well, I have concealer on it now, but it doesn't even get like that red like it used to. So it's really nice. I like that. Let's go ahead and, sometimes it's okay just to pat these in with your finger. Just like so. All right, so what I did right here is with this, I did some just concealing like right here. And then this, I did some highlighting. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my foundation because my powder, I love the Silky setting powder. And I love the translucent powder because I like to keep this a little bit lighter, but I do want to set it so it stays. So what I kind of do is I go in with a little bit of translucent powder. I do like a mini bake, if you will. We'll call it an easy bake, you know, the easy bake oven. It kind of just goes in there for a couple minutes, but it's not like a full bake. So we're just going to kind of do that a little bit right there with the translucent powder. And then I'm going to go in with my silky setting powder because it has a little bit of color to it that matches my foundation. Tap off the excess. And this is going to go everywhere. So just like that. So I'm going to go all around that eye area. With that silky setting powder, and then take that translucent powder and just wipe any extra away. So you still have, I see how I still have like that light that's in there, but it's not like, you know, and then I did but I have the powder, so I'm not going to get oily anywhere. It's going to set my makeup. It's going to stay. That really light setting is just, it's not too thick. So it's actually super finely milled. So it's not going to make your eyes like crease. So that's really nice. I really like that. So typically this is my foundation routine. And then after my foundation routine, before I put on any more makeup, I take my finishing spray and spray my foundation. We're just gonna go ahead and fan it. And this does dry to a matte finish, which is fabulous. So we're gonna go ahead and put that lid on. Of course, we're gonna start with eye primer. Put that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my fluffy brush right here. And I'm going to start with the crease. And I'm just doing a light look today, so we're going to go with Hazelnut. And I'm going to kind of look straight on. I'm going to pat it right where I want it. A cool tip, if you have a hooded eye, keep your eyes open when you're putting it in your crease. If you want to go up a little bit above your crease, so that you can raise that crease, and because if you put it in your actual crease with a hooded eye, when you open your eyes, you're not gonna be able to see it. So my actual crease is right down here, but I have a hooded eye, so I put it up so that you can see it when I open my eyes. So keep your eyes open while you're doing this. So we're just going to kind of go back and forth. And since I do with a hooded eye, you typically don't want to go downturn, because then I'll give you your eye the appearance of a downturned eye. So I just go straight out at the end. So instead of being like, you know, like this, it's more like, you know, like think hockey, maybe a hockey shape. There you go. The stick's straight and then it has a slight bend down into that. So that's what we're thinking, a hockey stick shape instead of like half oval. So there is the hazelnut. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to take this nice little, it's kind of like a pencil looking brush. It's called the eye smudger brush. So see how it's nice and small. And I'm going to go back in with my accent color. And today we're going to be doing Hot Fudge is what I'm going to do. So I just want a little bit of accent, like just to kind of like give me a little depth, just on the outside of my eyes. So what I'm going to do is kind of like put it right where I want it. I'm like, okay, I don't want it to go past here. And I just want it to kind of be right here. So this is the highlight. And I like to do it this way because I like to come in a little bit more. Since I do have that hooded eye, if you bring that highlight a little bit further in, it's going to bring more attention to your your eyelid and just the blending brush. We're gonna eye pencil, and it's kind of like flat, which I really like. And I'm gonna go in with this Gold Coast. I'm just going to press it right on my eyelid. So kind of along that crease. Tie everything together is I like to go back with this pencil and take that hot fudge again. And since I did it on the outer corner of the eye, I'm just going to like kind of give myself, just kind of bring it on down. All right, so then we are going to just take a deep brown, and I'm just going to go very closely. This is just our regular eyebrow pencil. I'm doing it very lightly. So we can go ahead and take the mascara. Finish off that eye look. So I just like to, so on that flat end, we're gonna get a lot of product on there. All right, so we are gonna do a quick cheek. So this is going to be my cheek color. We're gonna go in with the color first. We're gonna pop just a little bit of this rosy nude right on our cheeks. And then I'm gonna take the back end of this and I'm gonna put it right underneath. I have really edgy bones. And I do a little bit of 3 on my forehead, and then I kind of pull this jawline a little bit. I have a little bit of square right here, and so I'm just gonna do a little bit of shadow with this contour. That is what it's for. So just really blend that in. Honestly, the secret to using contour is blend. You don't want to be like, ooh, what's that like dirt on your face? You know, and it's like that's what contour is. I'm not like trying to like change, like completely change the look of my face, but it just kind of gives me perfect lighting. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna do highlight, and I love this little highlight brush. So I'm gonna grab some of that. I'm gonna put my highlight just right here on the very top of my cheek. Because as we know, the contour sinks us in to make this appear more sunken in. I pop some color on there for my cheek, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the eye forward or up, and you are going to focus mostly on my cheekbones because that's where the light is gonna hit. I like to do it light. I don't wanna look like a strobe when across my face. But you see that like gorgeous, just like light glow? Just perfect lighting. We are going to finish off. So like I was saying, I was like the highlight, you just got this nice little highlight. I put some on my nose, right across the top of my lip, just to kind of give me that full lip, and just right on my cheeks. So final thing is we're gonna do a little bit of lip. So I'm gonna start off with my lip primer because I like my, not only do I like my lips to stay on, but this is anti-aging too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna go in with my lip liner, and because I just didn't use it. Okay, all right, so this is medium nude. There we go. And then we're gonna go in with Poetic Pink lipstick. So and then I always like to go in with just a dab of lip gloss, not a whole ton, just right in the middle. And this is the soft nude. Just like that. All right. If you want to try them, let me know. There's so many different ways you can try them before you buy them. That is the beauty of Mary Kay. You get to try it before you buy it. To see if you love it. So hope you guys like this tutorial. Excited to be sharing more, excited to have my group back up, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.